Hello there. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome, do come in. I'll just do my customary posting. But how have our Fridays been? Hope we've had a good start to the weekend. Just posting a Sam online. And then we'll get going. Hello, welcome. You know what I'm doing. I'm just posting to say I'm live. Hello, Ronnie. Gonna watch something soon. Oh, nice. Enjoy. What are you gonna watch? But thanks so much for hopping in the chat anyway. Some episodes of How I Met Your Mother. Nice. Good, enjoy that. Right. Let me just post in the old Discord community. How's your Friday been, Ronnie? Hello, Sabrina. Good evening to you. Sorry for the late start. Things just catching up with me today. But we are here. I posted in the wrong channel with my Safari skit today. In the Discord. Apologies about that. Little travel day. Oh, you're doing Pokemon Go Fest tomorrow. Nice. Very exciting. I've never done a Pokemon Go Fest. Is there a particular Pokemon that people are going for tonight? I mean, tomorrow at the Go Fest. Alright. Cool. Let's do it. Alright, hello Jake. Ultra Beasts and Necrozma, yes. I know Necrozma was sort of an option recently. Didn't realise that would be an option again, but nice. Hello Curb Platinum, welcome back. Well, thanks so much for popping in. I realise you're not here for long. But how are you? How have you been doing? It's going well, thanks, Curb. It's slow, as you can see, but having a great time, and I've been thoroughly enjoying leaning into making stupid little comedy adverts for the stream each day. But how are you doing, Curb? Always a pleasure to see you. Right. We got our Staryu. That Staryu I just caught, and it was holding a Stardust, so not that that's given us any luck at all, but it could still be the Leaf Green where it shines first. We'll just get to our Kangaskhan area. Play the white flute, increase the encounters. Hello everyone, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Let's see if Chauncey earlier today was right. Let's see if it's finally time for a shiny. Nearly, well, more than 4 times over odds. You're doing alright, Joe. You've been grinding the Raichu event. Ah, yes. Play some Splatoon for some of the day as well. Very good. Very nice. Yeah, I still don't have a shiny Alolan Raichu. I was hunting as I did a workout earlier. So I'm going to have to keep trying to find that one. But what an opportunity to get the shiny Alolan Raichu. Electric Psychic. I was trying to think about this earlier. There's no other Electric Psychic type, is there? I don't believe there is. Alright, there's Staryu there. White Flute and Emerald as well. Weekend is a Splatfest. And it's Go Fest. Nice. Yeah, there is a Merri. I didn't think so. Didn't think so. Yeah, sorry I was late starting, especially to you, Ronnie, given that you have to run off. I'm still working out my schedule, really, with all these things. Anyway, we still don't have Illuminate in Soul Silver, but alas, let's hunt. Let's see if Chauncey was right. Don't know if you all saw my today's little safari skit, but this very Chauncey, actually, that I have here just appeared before me. Told me that I was getting a shiny today. Spoke in a much deeper, more sort of Cockney accent than I was anticipating, but let's see if the omniscient and apparently omnipotent Chauncey, because it could fly for some reason, made the correct prediction. Hello, Worm's Eye. Very good to see ya. Yes, doing some Alolan Raichu with a stack of pancakes. Nice. Yeah, I was just saying I haven't got my shiny Alolan Raichu yet, but I look forward to doing that. I was hunting for it as I did a workout earlier today, just before lunch, and yeah, still don't have it, but we've got the weekend. Try and find it. Hope it shines for you quickly. Hope you get a cool mark on it as well. Sam Shark, welcome. Hello, Sam. Always a pleasure to see you. Sorry, I'm a little bit late starting, but we're here and we're ready to go. And we've got the luck of the Chauncey today. The Chauncey that predicted that we were going to find the shiny tonight. So let's see. Let us see. I was watching a Safari Week compilation earlier. This guy, for whom it was his first ever Safari Week, and his luck was insane. He was hunting for much longer during the day than I have been, but found shiny Wobbuffet, caught it, found shiny Miltank, caught it, caught 2 shiny Oddish, I believe, caught shiny Teddiursa. There was one more capture. Oh yeah, oh no, there were 2 more. Shiny Cubone in Soul Silver, and what was the other one? It was another Emerald. It was Dojo, actually, yeah. My game reminded me, so thank you. Shiny Dojo. So, absolutely insane. But the capture on Wobbuffet and Miltank, I think Wobbuffet, he learned, was an 8% catch rate. But only like a 15% flea rate, so likely to stick around, but not so likely to be caught. I quite like that. Makes it very exciting. It was so intense. Just stuck around after so many balls. Is he going to catch it? Is he not? But anyway, I can only dream of that luck. We could get multiple tonight, though. He found 1 shiny and then another, like, 170 encounters afterwards. Crazy. And that could happen. That could happen. 170 is like 15 minutes. Unbelievable. Sabrina, thank you very much for the shiny luck. You're always very good at sending the shiny luck, and I appreciate it. Let's hope it has an impact. Managed to get 3 on a single sandwich. Only 1 with Mark, so you're Mark hunting shinies. Fair enough. Yeah, to be fair, I wasn't doing the sandwich earlier. I was just knocking them out till it showed that not many Raichu left from the original outbreak message, and then was just running away, running back into them until one of them shined. But I still don't have a shiny. Still haven't found a shiny yet. Chansey doesn't lie, right? Exactly, Sam. Exactly. If Chansey did lie, then gonna have to confront it. Because this Chansey is actually called Teresa. I realised that its voice was relatively deep in the video I did today. Still Teresa, though. How's everyone's Fridays been, and what are we looking forward to this weekend? What plans have we got? I'm going to be getting a little bit of work done tomorrow morning, maybe editing my Bologna vlog a little bit. Which has only been taking so long because of all the other things I've had alongside. It's frustrating, but, you know, we're learning how to do all the things in the most efficient way, since I'm just getting into content creation as of 3 months ago. I am going to be going out for lunch with my girlfriend. We're going to be spending, well, I guess sort of lunchtime, Saturday to lunchtime, Sunday together, and then meeting up with a few friends. In fact, a little reunion of people I haven't seen for 10 years, so that'll be interesting. Then, of course, also on Sunday, it's the Wimbledon men's final, and it's the Euros final. So, yeah. I can say right now, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, but I might be streaming on Sunday. If I were to find a shiny tonight, I'm not sure if I would stream on Sunday. Also, is it wise to stream on Sunday given it is the Euros final? Not sure, but we'll see. Just so you're all aware, so there won't be any stream tomorrow. I'm glad the Safari Eternity video was hilarious. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Tom Hanks in Castaway. Yeah. I'm glad I give those Tom Hanks vibes. At drama school, I was likened to Martin Freeman and Steve Carell. Don't know if any of you picked up on that from the Safari skits I've been doing, but yeah. Glad you enjoyed it, Luke. They're a lot of fun to make. And we've got special guest with our Teresa the Chansey here with us tonight. Say special guest, Teresa's been here every single stream, but heard her talk for the first time today. Much deeper than I was anticipating, to be honest with you. The voice. And, you know, seemed to know something we didn't by saying we were definitely going to get the shiny tonight. Whenever Teresa's about to talk, ABBA does start playing. Take a chance on me. Something I've learned. Imagine if that happened in the games. Back in Generation 1, 8-bit Take a Chance by ABBA. Anyway. Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah, should be a fun weekend. Should be a fun weekend. Go Fest this weekend. It certainly is, Sam. Yeah, Ronnie was talking about that. Ronnie and her boyfriend will be doing Go Fest this weekend. Going for that Necrozma. So, enlighten me, because I'm really not familiar with Go at all. You have the chance to catch the sort of big, rare thing, which in this case is Necrozma. Do you have to, like, do certain challenges on the way to catching Necrozma? Are the spawn rates of other Pokemon boosted? How's it work? How's it work? Would appreciate being enlightened. Now today, as well as filming today's video, and by filming today's video I mean, you know, there's just sort of It's my video diary that I do as I'm wandering through the zone. So it will actually happen. There's not much, filming or editing required. It's just, I film it how I sees it. Also, I was working on a Chazingdra Chat's data post, crunching the numbers on the dream teams of the first 10 guests on the show. In terms of the types they've chosen, any common threads in terms of partner Pokemon, how many first partners there are, stats on legendaries, things like that. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with you all very, very soon. Did some research into other computers, because what I use to stream right now is my MacBook, which is doing admirably, to be honest with you. But possibly I'll need a beefier machine to cope with all of the content that I want to create, and the editing, and the massive video files, and So, yeah, did a bit of research into that. Watched a bit of the tennis, and here we are. Anyone else enjoying Wimbledon? What are people's thoughts on Wimbledon if they're watching? So, Necrozma is in raids, you defeat them with a group, you have a different habitat each hour with different Pokemon. Oh wow, different habitat each hour. That keeps things fresh. David, welcome. Welcome, David. Just say something, then repeat it in reverse. That structure, for anyone who's interested, and entirely understand if if no one is, called a chiasmus from ancient Greek and Latin literature. So if I said, for example, red bull, bull red, that's a chiasmus. It's an ABBA structure. Speaking of Take a Chance, by ABBA. So you sort of flip the expected order. So saying, David, welcome, welcome, David, just sort of puts a different emphasis. Anyway, very good to see you, David. After that little tangent. Hope you've had a good Friday. How has your day been? Generally seems like an uptick in shiny spawn rates. Necrozma, you'd need to join a raid with a few people to carry you. Yes, of course. Fun. Sounds very sociable. You love the Roman magic square, Luke. Remind me what that is. The Roman magic square, I'm not entirely familiar with. You generally stay away from Reddit, but for Pokemon Go it can be a useful tool for finding raid partners. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. Got to pull your resources for those raids. Totally. Let's place our bets as to what's going to shine, everyone. What do I think? Chansey didn't tell me. Of course, Ronnie. Of course. Enjoy your evening. Have a great time. Let's hope I find it. Appreciate you stopping by, Ronnie. Thank you so much. So, 5x5 grid with 5 words on each row that can be read the same forwards and backwards. Ah, yes. I remember this now, Luke, yes. Yes, there's a certain word, and I can't remember the word that's used. But yeah, that is ringing a bell now. Yes, have a great weekend as well, Ronnie. I hope you enjoyed Go First. Looking forward to hearing about that. Currently sorting some home boxes, enjoying the stream. Ah, cool. Yeah, perfect, Chancey appearing there. Perfect stream entertainment. Or perfect DIY home box sorting entertainment. At least I hope. Especially if we find a shiny. Good luck with the sorting. Hope it's not too difficult. Hello, Damien. Welcome, welcome. Chancellor will shine at 1 hour 35 minutes. There you go, Jake. You watched my UIC vlog video, Damien. Yeah, just a very brief little vlog. Thank you for watching that. Yes, Dratini was mocking you. It wasn't shiny, though, so it wasn't mocking you too much, Damien. For anyone who's not aware, Damien is doing a Dratini shiny hunt on BDSP. Is BDSP? And Scarlet and Violet, I think you said you're doing. Yeah, Shining Pearl and also Scarlet and Violet, I think you said. Well, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, anyway. Thanks for watching. Chancey. You reckon, Sabrina, you're also sorting out home boxes. Yeah, I admire you both, David and Luke, for doing that. I think it's so easy for the boxes to get entirely in disarray very quickly. Mine definitely are. That's something I should put time aside to do at some point. Also, just the boxes in-game in Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, good luck with the sorting. How are you going to sort them? Are you going to sort them alphabetically, by type? How are you going to do it? Good luck for it to you both. You got 2 shiny Alolan Raichu earlier, Damien. Cool. Yeah, as I was saying, I've yet to get one, actually. I was shiny hunting for it earlier as I did a workout. But yeah, hasn't shined for me yet. I have entirely too many legends and shinies, David. Nice problem to have. I believe Damien is on like, well, at this point, like 40 boxes of hatched Dratinis. So, what if it's 30 times 4? 120 eggs, that doesn't sound right. Oh, around 50 boxes. Okay. Trying to pull like 30 legends out for trade. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Hope you're rewarded for your efforts, David. Giving up on Shining Pearl, back Shining Hunting with Scarlet. Moving on to Trico when you get Dratini, Tinkertink, and Pikachu in Silver. Cool. Nice targets, Damien. As I've said before, you always do very well to have a clear set of tasks that you're going for with your games, be it in Pokemon or otherwise. It's good. Keeps things motivated. You're just chucking them into named boxes. Fair enough, Luke. All your boxes in game are categorized by type, and then by competitive ready Pokemon, legendary, shinies, and raid ready Pokemon. That's great. That's a really good idea. My boxes are semi-organized, as in I know where the raiders are. I know where various playthrough teams are, but yeah, it's still pretty messy. You never keep track when hatching eggs. Fair enough. I do enjoy keeping count. I think it's important. Especially, you know, can you imagine if we hadn't been keeping count for a long hunt like this? It'd just be sort of going a bit mad, I think. I already am. So I'll be going even more mad. I enjoy seeing Jake's manual physical counter that he uses when he's shiny hunting. Cool thing to have. Sometimes I just want to put my phone aside for a day, you know? Or for an evening, at least. So I don't want to rely on that to count necessarily. Yeah, it keeps me motivated. It was totally worth, for that reason, doing... getting this counter set up, because on a Mac it was a little bit fiddly, actually. It was involved doing some very, very simple coding, which I've never done before. Fortunately, we got it ready. This is one of the perils of using a Mac instead of a PC. There are just so many more compatible, useful things for PC. Including that repel trick calculator thing online. For some reason it doesn't work with Macs. So it's a shame I can't just quickly look up the hunts that I want to do. But I am aiming to ask for a PC for my birthday relatively soon. You're on a straight hiatus with Zygarde in Dynamax Adventures. Fair enough. I think I need to... I played through Shield. I think I need to get a copy of Sword. So that I can just shiny hunt legendaries in Dynamax Adventures. Seems like the best way. Of course, to maximise the odds, you need the shiny charm, which is... Although... I could just shift all the Pokemon from home to Sword and then... Because I completed in Shield. But then I don't have a living dex, that's the issue. And they're just all fully evolved. But yeah, it could, yeah. Probably ultimately worth it. Katie, welcome back. Good to see you. How are you doing, Katie? I appreciate that you've popped back. Clearly yesterday's stream wasn't overly boring for you. But brilliant to see you here. Thanks so much for being here, Katie. Anyone else Alolan Raichu will be 2 weeks long or different because you want more than 2 shiny Alolan Raichu. That's a good point. I imagine it's going to be 2 weeks. I imagine the next one won't be for another couple of weeks, Damien, but I'm not sure. So that's not very helpful for me. Apologies. I'm glad you're good, Katie. Oh, I'm glad it wasn't boring at all. Pleased to hear that from someone who doesn't play so much Pokemon themselves. That bodes well. Alright. How was your Friday, Katie? I'm very good, thanks. I've been making silly little comedy skits to advertise the streams, which I've been thoroughly enjoying making. Hopefully people have been enjoying watching as well. So I was doing that. Ticking off various other things. I've got a massive to-do list at the moment. I've set myself quite an ambitious summer. Things I want to achieve this summer. But you know, one of my favourite phrases, aim for the stars and you might reach the treetops. Glad you had a good day, Katie. Will we be getting this shiny tonight? Teresa, my Chansey, seems to think that we will. Yeah, well, as I say, Katie, my summer's... really, I'm sort of hunkering down and focusing on content creation. Continue with the podcast, of course. Various videos I want to put out. I have plans for more ambitious streams as well, or at least other streams, but that's all contingent on us finding a shiny in the Safari Zone. Plus, hope we find one soon. How about your summer, Casey? And how about everyone else's summer? What are people's summer plans? Damien, I took your recommendation and I listened to the Hidden Power podcast earlier. I was intrigued. Also useful as someone who makes a podcast about Pokemon. To explore what other Pokemon podcasters are doing. Of course. And I listened to the episode today where they're talking about what things from previous Pokemon games would you want to see make a return. Now, we're going through each generation, and so I want to pose that question to you all. Thinking through each of the generations, what do you want to see return in Generation 10? I have some really interesting things that I hadn't considered that they were talking about. And now, of course, I have to think of an example. Let's see if I can remember. Yeah. In the modern in Pokemon games these days, we don't tend to have so many challenges, so many puzzles, do we? Specifically, so many puzzles. And I love that. You know, I'm a huge fan of Golden Sun. That's a game where puzzles feature very prominently. But they used to. Braille stuff in Generation 3, but then otherwise, you know, ice, sliding on the ice puzzles. You get some... you know, gym challenges. But they're not really puzzles. And also those locations that you sort of... There are obviously caves and things that you don't necessarily have to visit when you're playing through the games currently. But if you think to the power plant in Generation 1, or Mount Mortar Generation 2, those locations that, you know, have entire sort of side quests in them, but you could easily just miss, completely pass you by, and then you hear someone else talk about it and think, what? I've never even heard about that. And then you go back and try and find it. We'd love to see a bit more of that. And then obviously, yeah, it's very strange that there's no kind of battle tower, battle factory thing in Scarlet and Violet. Given that there was in Sword and Shield. Very odd. But anyway, how about the rest of you? What features from previous Pokemon games would you like to see make a return? Let me go through some of the things you've posted. Battle Tree from Alola, Damien, yeah. Shiny, Sparkle and Sound. Interesting that one, Luke, because I kind of like... At first, when I played through Pokemon Violet, actually, was the first one I played. Before Scarlet, I mean. My first Shiny in Generation 9, as a whole, was Salandit. And it was female, so it could evolve into Salazzle, which is a bonus. But when I first found that, I thought, that's definitely shiny, but I have not heard any Sparkle. Then you run into it, and of course it is shiny. At first, I thought that was an error. I thought they were going to update and provide a shiny Sparkle noise like we had in Legends Arceus. But you know what? With hindsight, I kind of prefer it without. It makes it a bit harder. Because, you know, shiny is, of course, getting easier each generation, and there are things you can do to boost the odds. So the fact that they don't make a noise when they appear, at least, means you have to have your wits about you. Keeps difficulty up in another way. So I personally don't mind the fact that they don't make a noise when they appear. Because then you could really just be shiny hunting on autopilot, right? Which I think is not... I think it's got to feel slightly more involved than that. But it is a really cool noise in Legends Arceus that the shinies make, so I totally see where you're coming from, Luke. Battle Frontier, yes, of course. Battle Tower, yeah, very popular one. Very popular one. I did enjoy in Shining Pearl the Battle Tower there. In fact, I never sort of completed that in the way that you can get that star on your trainer card. Which I'd like to try doing. I actually wanted to... a sort of quest that I had in mind for Shining Pearl was to shiny hunt both Slakoth and Weezing with neutralizing gas. And try and go through as much of the Battle Tower as I could with slacking and neutralizing gas on the field. Just thought it would be a lot of fun. And I love Slakoth, I love slacking. Bertie back here. Alright, Bertie? Yeah. So I might do that at some point, might stream it. Don't know, or maybe I'll keep it as a quest for me. Post a video about my findings or something. Anyway. Yeah, that's interesting about the Battle Tower stats, isn't it, Damien? I heard about this as well. I don't know how they could be visible. I don't know how they saw that no one was using it. It's a real shame. The Battle Agency. Yeah, another vote for Battle Frontier there from Jake. Understandable. I'd love to see that as well. This morning, Lee kept complaining about London Raichu looking shiny when they weren't. Ah, yes. The different lighting can really play tricks with you, can't it? The lighting changes so dramatically, especially on those transition moments between, for example, day and night. It's almost better as soon as you see the light start to change, just to stop, wait for it to happen, and then when the light is steady, go for it. I remember that in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl as well. Specifically Starly, because Starly's shiny is brown. In the evening, like every regular Starly looks shiny. It's really interesting. Oh, I thought that was a shiny Nidorino for a moment. And I did, when I was resetting for a shiny starter on Shining Pearl, I did find the shiny Starly. Found the uncatchable. Did not get the Piplup in the end. I just decided, you know what, I just want to play the game, so I did. There's at least an on-off option. Especially for its accessibility benefits. Right, sure, yeah, okay, yeah. True, yeah, that's a good idea, Luke, yeah. Good point. Sliding scale of turning the shiny sparkle notification when a shiny pops up on and off. It's a good idea. I would also love to see the experience share be able to be switched off or on. Because I personally love the grind. It does save a lot of time, and it makes the game more sort of have more momentum, the experience share, but I don't know. It's just classic, isn't it? Coming from someone who played the games, has been playing the games for many, many years. I like the experience grind, but I know that newer gamers probably wouldn't. So yeah, personal preference thing, but on-off would be cool. But I totally get why it's not like that. You want to shine 100 Teeny and Shining Pearl, so you could take it to the Super Singles at the Battle Tower. Right, sure, yeah. Can you not... When you find it in Scarlet, Damien, can you not transfer it back to Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl? I always thought that games could only be brought forward, or Pokemon could only be brought forward, so you couldn't go back from Generation 9 to Generation 8, but I might be wrong about that. So I've never tried that particular sort of transfer. Bring back the player customization options from Sword Shield. That's true, yes. I do like how you can customize the player in Scarlet and Violet. I like the options that are available, but yes, certainly there was a broader range in Sword and Shield. Also, though, I think there's just, you know, when you think about all of the closed outlets in each of the towns in Scarlet and Violet, the mind kind of boggles. I haven't been through every single one of the options. I'm sure I'm missing out on some very cool attire. I love the customizing the trainer card. I think that's really... that really adds something to the game. This is how you present yourself to other players, even if just for the once. I love that concept. Hello, Riley. Always a pleasure to see you. Welcome. If you watched today's Safari skit, hope you enjoyed. Hope it's got you fired up for hopefully finding shiny tonight, if Teresa, our Chansey here, is to be believed. Thanks, Teresa. Time for some shiny hunts tonight. May the Blue Goose and Safari saga will end. Exactly, Riley. Yes. Love that positive energy. Yes, hopefully you and me both will see the end of these hunts. Good luck to you, Riley, tonight for Zangoose. 2 Japanese players. They've done over 300 plus in the Battle Frontier rental area. That's amazing. Oof. That's such a feat. That's such a feat. I love watching the Emerald Battle Factory runs as well. You can move about Shining Pearl. Fine. You have the 3 Bull Guy shirts and Sword and Shield. Cool. Yeah, the Bull Guy was a fun addition, wasn't he? I still haven't gone all the way through the equivalent of the Academy Ace tournament in Sword and Shield in Winden. It's you know, when you can replay the Elite Four over and over again. Can't remember what that's called now for Sword and Shield, but I still haven't been through all of the potential pairs, so I still don't know sort of the various characters you unlock for that. Used to do it a lot to grind resources in Pokemon Shield. But yeah, still haven't completed them all. Hello, Jack. Welcome. Welcome. How's your Friday been? You looking forward to your weekend? We're talking about features from previous Pokemon games that we'd like to see make a return for Generation 10 and just generally. So, any of those for you, Jack, do let us know. Ball Guy shows are only available through the online battle competitions. Yes. Yeah, I remember that now. I don't think I did get all 3 of those. I did get the 3 shiny Galarian legendary birds. Which I still need to move over to Scarlet and Violet, actually. Galar Star Tournament, yes! Good knowledge, Jack. I think you might be right there. It was something like that, wasn't it? Haven't even unlocked it. Fair enough. Been alright. You've been at work. At work during the weekend, so that's not too great. Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame, Jack. But hey, at least you are making some money. And you'll look back on this time and thank yourself for doing that. Bring back SOS hunts. No, fair enough, Jake. Fair enough. It's an open question. You like the SOS hunts? You want to see them back? Totally fair enough. Of the Friend Safari to return. Fair enough. Ooh, need to be in the grass to encounter a Pokemon. Note to self. Pro gamer tip. Yeah. Friends of Horror would be cool. Yes, just want... all of the Pokemon goodness. You missed the PSS, Damien. It's been a... PSS was in Generation 5, wasn't it? Been a while since I've even thought about the PSS. Remind me how that works. And welcome everyone if you're just joining. Very good to see you all. Thanks for being here on this Friday night. I appreciate you all spending the evening with me. You know what I'm about to say. Do like the stream if you're enjoying it. Do subscribe as well. Got my Discord community and all my socials linked below. Plenty of content on the channel, like my podcast and event vlogs that I make. To get involved in. But for now, very much appreciate you being in the stream. And hello there, Sammy. Welcome. Always good to see you. How's your day going? Has it still been raining in Florida? Have you had to fix your drive again? Appreciate you stopping by. It was Generation 6. Yes. You're right. Yeah, of course it was Generation 6. What was its function, though? I can't fully remember. And hello, Lizard. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for jumping in. Very much appreciate it. How are you doing? How has your Friday been? How did you come across the stream? Always welcome newcomers and familiar faces alike, so very good to see you. As you can see, 35.5 encounters and no shiny for Safari Week. And yes, Safari Week ended 2 weeks ago. But we still don't have a shiny. So, we're going to go until we get one. And in Emerald, our target is Ledibur. In Leaf Green, our target is Pinsir. In Fire Red, our target is our targets are Kangaskhan and Tauros. And in Soul Silver, it's Larvitar. But let's see what shines first. Of course, in the Safari Zone, you better believe they can run away. Let's hope the luck of the Chansey comes in clutch. And A, we find one, B, we can catch it. Considering as I was asking that, you spilt Dr. Pepper on your last pillow. Oh no! Not very good. That's a shame. Sorry to hear that, Lizard. Oh dear. Hopefully you can just flip that pillow around. Hopefully you can dry it and clean it quickly. Player search system, that's it. Oh, that was the online system. Right, okay, got it. So how come you missed that over the online system we have now, Damien? Oops. Ogapons wants to get involved. No rain today, and you think you finished fixing the driveway. Very good, Sammy. That must be a relief. Well done to you. Nice, heading into the weekend with that done. Pokeportal equivalent, yeah. Had friends, acquaintances, and passers-by, I want to say. Passers-by. That is fun. That's interesting. You, yeah. See the people you didn't even know were around you. Oh, that was fun. Introduce Wonder Trade. Ah, right, okay. Thank you, Jack. Of course. I know that your Generation 6 knowledge is top tier. So it makes sense. Gen 6 Professor. That you are, Jack. That you are. Place our bets as to what's going to shine. I didn't mean to throw a fireball. That's annoying. Place our bets as to what's going to shine. And it fled. Fine. I'm still uncertain, you know. Had a couple of votes for Chansey after earlier. You know what? Maybe I'll just have to say that tonight. After the video I made earlier, let's say Chansey. Go all in. Teresa knew what she was talking about. We're going to find a shiny Chansey tonight. Let's see. The Pokénav. Specifically the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire one. Ah, the Pokénav, yes. All these different ways of enjoying the game. But, again, I'm not sure if the Pokénav had anything that was too different from what we currently have with the online system and things. Once failed a shiny fortress in Gen 3 because it went kaboom. Oh no! That's a real shame. Lizard. I love shiny Pinecone Fortress as well. I love those Pokemon. Well, I hope you reclaim that at some point, Lizard. So, what's your background? Are you a shiny hunter? Are you a competitive player? Casual player? What's your background with Pokemon? And how did you come across the stream? Good to meet you. I am going to improvise a poem about a Pokemon that appears in the Fire Zone. Let's go with Fire Red this time. Whatever's going to appear in Fire Red, which is the black Game Boy Advance SP, we improvise a poem, and it's Venonat. Okay. Welcome, Fluffy Venonat. You're a round little bug, not a rat. I love your red eyes. Please tell me no lies. Whilst I catch a shiny Zubat. Yeah, slowly losing it, chat. Slowly losing it. Pokémon from Oras was cool. Egg moves and hidden abilities in the wild. Oh, that's very cool. I see. Yes. Yes, yeah. Been a while. That had slipped my mind. That's very cool. Love it when they do the remakes of the games and they implement all of those sort of quality of life changes to the franchise. So it still feels like Generation 3, and it is Generation 3, but with all of the exciting new stuff from the current Pokemon games. Welcome everyone, welcome, good to see you. Happy Friday, welcome to the weekend. And what better way to bring it in than with a slightly crazed man who hasn't left the Safari Zone for 19 days. Desperately trying to find a shiny. I appreciate you being here. I think it'd be cool if certain Pokemon could only be found via Pokénav, but you probably won't see it again. That's interesting. That's interesting, Jack. Interesting to see how they might implement that to an open world setting as well. came across on your For You page. Oh, cool. Great. Well, I'm pleased it popped up. You got into Pokemon in 2018, okay. Friend found over 100 packs of Pokemon cards in your local dollar store dumpster. Oh my goodness. That's quite an origin story. I love that, Lizard. 100 packs of Pokemon cards in a dump. I wonder why they were there. Do you have any idea why they were there? And then you got into Shinies and games. Very cool. Nice story. What an origin story. Well, thanks for that, Lizard. Scared of black and white remakes. You'd rather have an ORAS remake than a faithful BDSP. Yeah, I know. Know what you mean, Damien. I really enjoyed Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl myself, but I know what you mean. There could have been, you know, Gigantamax forms introduced for some Sinnoh Pokemon. Generally feeling like it's evolving Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what their plans are. Because, of course, if they're focusing on other main series stuff, maybe Black and White would be faithful remakes and not necessarily introduce, you know, terrestrialization to Unova or whatever. It's certainly, obviously, Unova is a massive part of the DLC, isn't it? Especially in Blueberry Academy. And the Blueberry Academy is in Unova. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Black and White remakes go one step further than the Diamond and Pearl remakes did, just to sort of tie up with the Blueberry Academy in Unova. Maybe they wouldn't sell. Yeah, I guess so, Lizard. It just seems strange that they wouldn't sell, unless it was an outdated line or something, but 100. And you got all 100. Yeah, that's enough to get anyone into Pokemon, I think. What an adventure it must have been going through all of them. Must have felt weird once you'd opened every single one of the packs. Feel like you scaled a mountain. You'd also love honey to have an effect again. Interesting. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, honey encounter power for all types. That's a really cool idea, Jack. Yeah. You made me think of honey in Generation 4 in the remakes with that. I think it's a... Part of me is quite disappointed, actually, that in BDSP you could also find Munchlax in the Grand Underground rather than just on those honey trees, because finding Munchlax back in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, such a challenge. So rare as an encounter on those honey trees. And I kind of wish that it had been that difficult again. Just a real challenge, you know. Sure, there would have been a point where it got frustrating, you just want to complete the Pokédex, but, you know, why do we play games if not to be challenged? In some way, you know? Oops. You enjoy BDSP, you preferred ORAS. Well, fair enough, Damien, fair enough. Yeah, when I learned how rare the Feebas outbreak was in Kitakami and Scarlet and Violet, I started hatching Feebas in a Love Ball back in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I still don't have the shiny, but yeah, and I still have not seen a Feebas outbreak, but I haven't been checking every single day, so might have missed a Feebas outbreak. But even doing a water encounter power sandwich doesn't seem to increase the Feebas odds much. So yeah, it's really tricky. I do. That's another thing I would say. I prefer how every game up to Scarlet and Violet did eggs. I think it's more efficient. Pick up an egg, try and hatch it, pick up another egg, try and hatch it, rather than spending half an hour harvesting as many eggs as you can, and they take a while to spawn sometimes. And then you have to hatch them all. Gotta hatch them all. Yeah, especially with Sword and Shield when there were 2 daycares. You can just go round and round and round, hatching. But yeah, it is cool. I like how streamlined they made it, that picnics serve so many purposes. With the washing and the sandwiches with the different powers, and yeah. Also, you just want Mega Evolution in BW remakes. Okay. It could happen. I mean, if Legends ZA comes out before Black and White remakes, which I would say is guaranteed at this point, then we could well see some Mega Evolution in the BW remakes. I think in an ordinary timeline, we would probably see BW remakes come out after Generation 10 is launched. But if they're putting more time into Generation 10, maybe they want to coincide it with the 30th anniversary, then maybe they would release the Black and White remakes before that in order to sort of tide us over until Generation 10. I think a BDSP style would work better with Black and White, because Diamond and Pearl were... Oop, there we go. I disagree with you there, Jack. I still think they were great games. But yes, Platinum has the sort of... It's that third version. Oh. But yeah, Black and White were certainly excellent games. As were Diamond and Pearl. Lizard, you lost your Omega Ruby card when you lent it to a friend. Oh no! If he was a good friend, he would have given it back. You got sick on the last day of school and you moved over break, so you never saw either of them again. Wow! You're full of really interesting stories, Lizard. That's very sad. You were sick on the last day. That's sad in itself, but then the fact they weren't able to get your Omega Ruby back. I guess you could ask that friend to post it back to you if they still have it. That's a real shame. What's your favourite Pokemon game, Lizard? And also, what's your favourite Pokemon? These are the basic Pokemon questions that we need to ask. You never got their number. Oh, shame. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jack. I know what you mean. Of course, we'll always have those little things that we want to change about any particular game, Jack. Gen 10 will be out 30th anniversary, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Had to choose between buying Pearl Remake and Scarlet. What would you choose, chat? Damien's still going for that Dratini, still not shiny. I hope it shines for you soon, as ever. Choose between buying a Pearl remake and Scarlet. As in, do you mean if you had to choose between Shining Pearl and Scarlet? I mean, I probably would choose Scarlet. I was bowled over when I first played through the game. Also, I happened to come out at a very busy time in life, and so to be able just to mentally switch off, Nintendo Switch on, and get lost in Paldea was great. I did really enjoy the Shining Pearl, though. Or the BDSP, the Diamond and Pearl remakes. Because that came out, well, basically exactly a year before Scarlet and Violet. And it was a very cozy game. It was the autumn, of course, so everyone wanted to stay cozy, and yeah, very fond memories. Your favourite Pokemon is Trico. That makes sense. Lizard, based on your name, and trying to work out the tiny icon of your profile picture there, but I can't. But yes, at least based on your name, Trico makes a lot of sense as your favourite. Favourite game is Emerald. It was your first Pokemon game. Cool. And what a great first game it was. We were just talking earlier about things from previous Pokemon games that we'd want to see make a return in future generations. Might even be out early 2026. That'll be interesting, Jack, because normally the games come out... A new sort of main series game tends to come out in the autumn. Well, the 30th anniversary is, 2026. It could be early 2026, because that means I'd have to fill 4 years without a main series game, which could happen. Because normally it's... For the past few times, it's been every 3 years. So just one more year, maybe they'd... Maybe they would do that. It's interesting to think about where competitive will go as well during that time, if we are waiting until 2026 for Gen 10. I'd love to see them do some very, very random rule sets, like only first form Pokemon. Pokemon that haven't evolved at all. Because after you go double restricted, where do you go from there? Unless we have like a mythical format. Like we did Series 13 for Sword and Shield. That was a lot of fun. Just a bit of fun before the new games came out. Why not? I enjoyed that. I think my favourite regulation sets, though, are still... like Regulation Set A for Scarlet and Violet. The non-legendary, just sort of very basic Pokedex. So I think the most creativity comes out there. You're not sure which one to get first, Jake. Interesting. I see. That's why you're asking. That's useful to know. Which one to get first? In terms of like playing order, it really doesn't matter. I would say that. It depends on your preference, I think. If you are keen to get up to date on what everyone's talking about in Pokemon right now and experience that for yourself in Scarlet. If you just fancy a nostalgia trip, then go for Shining Pearl. Yeah, it really depends what's most important to you, because it might be that if you were to get Shining Pearl and you play through it, you think, this isn't really... scratching the itch I have to be sort of up to date with what Pokemon's doing right now. So it might be best to get sort of Scarlet out of the way first and then go back and sort of be able to relax a bit more into Shining Pearl. What are your thoughts on that, Jake? Mostly you want that so it gives you time to prepare for the 2027 season of VGC. My goodness, Jack. You're thinking 3 years ahead. And I admire that preparation. But also, I think when it comes to VG, the best preparation is just doing it. So actually it benefits you more to just dive in and go to some tournaments. As you know, and as you've been doing with the local that you attended recently. But yeah, theorising and sort of planning out a team for too long tends not to work. You've just got to put it into practice and see how it goes. Yeah, it is weird to even talk about. I think if there's one way to make time go fast, it's to be involved in the Pokemon VG scene. Because, you know, we're already talking about 2025 right now. So when 2025 comes, it's going to feel like, haven't we been here for 6 months, you know? We should almost feel like it should be 2026. Yeah, guess I was thinking ahead. Oh, I'm glad. Wow, Lizard, what a lovely message. It's one of the loveliest messages I've ever received. Thank you so much. I'm very pleased that I allowed you to remember all of the amazing memories Pokemon has given you. Oh, well. Thrilled to read it, Lizard. If you want to continue hanging out off-stream as well, my Discord community is linked below. Chazindra's Chocolate Factory. It would be a pleasure to see you there. So we can share our shinies, talk about competitive a bit as well, and talk about Pokemon trivia beyond that too. I'm very much all about the nostalgia that Pokemon has to offer, so yeah. Hopefully providing people with great memories is something I do regularly on the streams. I enjoy the less intense pursuits Pokemon has to offer, like shiny hunting, but also, of course, the competitive side, because I am a competitive Pokemon video game caster. So I go around the events that Pokemon organises, commentating them, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm just a huge fan of everything Pokemon has to offer. You are, yes, you're not in the server yet, Damien. Hop into the server. The link's below. What are you waiting for? Join us in there. You're a valued member of the Chazingdra community. Please do. What was I going to say? You're not on your laptop right now. Well, do when you can. Yes. I want to come up with a name for people in the Chazingdra community. A follower name. And it's got to have Merri in there somewhere. Merri people. Maybe it should just be Merri people. It's probably the most, probably the broadest way of putting it. But if anyone has any ideas as to what term we could refer to people in the Chazingdra community as, because, you know, member of the Chazingdra community is a bit of a mouthful, then let me know. And let me catch up on some of these messages. 6 restricteds and mythicals, oh my goodness. Well, yeah, Series 13 was just like, there are no restrictions. So, yeah. Could happen, Jack. Could happen. Reggae and B would be fun to return to. I agree, yeah. Especially after what we know now. From all the way up to Regulation Set G. I can't wait to find 100 Zygarde calls in ZA. Ooh, yeah. Interesting. Zygote cores are very cool. Saw the Zygote core plush that are coming out too. Great idea. After Reg G, go back to Reg A and Reg B, but with DLC. Oh, that's true, yeah. All old formats with DLC. No Terror. Double Tricks to 20 Wolf. That's interesting, yeah. They could get rid of Terror just for temporarily, like they did with Dynamax for that one series of Sword and Shield. Interesting thoughts, Jack. Sort of a fun thing Lee and I could do together, being a VG tournament, both of us, our community, stream match replays together, commentating over them. That's a lot of fun. That's a great idea, Jack. Yeah. Organise a tournament where members of our respective communities, although I think there's significant overlap, to be honest. And that's fine. Go head to head, and then we commentate over. That sounds great fun. That's not an idea. Merry Christmas, exactly, Jack, exactly. My surname was made for Christmas. But a surname's for life, not just for Christmas. But yes, it certainly comes into its own come December time. Chazingdra Knights. Yep, that could work. Chazingdra Knights. Could even be Chazingdra Knight with a K, as in warrior. Chazingdra Knight. Like it. Haha! Love that, Jake. Merry Men versus the Glee Club. Robin Hood and their Merry Men. I love that, Jake. Yeah, Glee Club. Depends if Lee wants to lean into the happy adjective, happy synonym style of things like I do. Merry Mon, yeah. I did think about that as well, Jack. It's just, I don't know, I think Mon can give the wrong impression. But yeah, no, it's a solid suggestion. If we would do it like, ooh, could be something with Zing, the Zing of Chazingdra. Zing. I think I'm learning that on Fire Red, the most efficiently you can get back to this area where Kangaskhan and Taurus appear is with 481 steps remaining. Because that's happened a couple of times now. Merry Mon giving Jamaican vibes are true, yeah. And welcome, Magnus. Always good to see you. Thanks for popping in the chat. Bazinga. Amerizing. Amerizing. That's amerizing. Or like mesmerizing. At school, a nickname for me was Mezza, based on my surname. Mesmerizing. 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 Yeah, something in that. Anyway. Zacian and Zamazenta, Rusty Sword and Shield that change their form. Yes, Lizard, I do. And I love that in Generation 8. I personally am a Zamazenta man over a Zacian, and I always have been. That's not just because it's now had some really good results in competitive Pokemon. I have Pokemon Shield, that's the version that I have. But I should probably at this point just invest in the other versions for the Switch games. Sword, Brilliant Diamond, etc. I really want to do another BDSP playthrough actually, and I do have a plan for that. I want to see if I can go through the entire game. With just Ledian, Hidden Ability Iron Fist. Because I love Ledian, it's underrated. The first gym is going to be tough being Rock type, but see if we can go through even the Elite Four with just Ledian BDSP. Of course, I'll Shiny Hunt it first. But, you know, maybe do a Dream Team quest in BDSP at some point. Yeah, I just want to dive back into those games. Anyway, Lizard, why do you mention that for Zacian and Zamazenta? Interested to hear. The Merry Folk is a good name and inclusive. I love that, Jake. That's a really good suggestion. Merry Folk. Join the Merry Folk. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, yeah, I mean, I do like the server name Chazindra's Chocolate Factory. But yeah, Merry Folk works too. Yeah, we can use both. Merry Folk, Merry People. Merry Family, even. Merry Clan. Merry Clan as well, because it's like Merry Man, I guess. Yeah, I do like Folk though. It's sort of it's a slightly more welcoming word, I guess. It feels more homely. So thank you for that suggestion, Jake. I'll certainly think about that. Go through every game I own, but with my shiny Dream Team. Whew. And when you suggest that, Jack, do you mean a shiny Dream Team that I hunt for each game, or a specific Dream Team that I just transfer up and up and up through the generations? Intriguing idea. Let me read you a message here. There's Lizard. That's a very funny idea, there's Lizard. I love the thought that you've put into that. I love Mousehold. Mousehold's my favourite Generation 9 Pokemon. You might just be able to see at the corner of the screen, next to the 4, my big, fluffy, cuddly Tandemaus plush. So cute. Remember finding Tandemaus, loved it, and then if you don't evolve it in battle or something like that, then it just evolves. It doesn't even show the evolution screen. And so when I suddenly saw I had this new Pokemon in my party called Mousehold, I was bowled over, and then of course saw that How do they evolve the 2 cute mice Pokemon? Add 2 even smaller, even cuter mice. Alongside. Love it. My girlfriend was aware what Tandemaus evolved into before I was, and she was very excited for me to evolve mine. She made me a bunch of little Pokemon figurines out of clay. That's the Tandemaus. Very cute. You know what, Damien? I actually toyed with the idea of calling my Tandemaus plush Peppermint. That exact name. But eventually I settled for Troy and Gabriella after High School Musical. You know? They just look like a Troy and Gabriella. To me. Troy, this... no, this is Gabriella and this one is Troy. Yeah. Want to hunt each game, Jack. I see. Yeah. That would be quite the quest. Love that idea, though. Would love to compare the stats for each adventure as well. How long each one took, etc. You could try pitching your idea to Game Freak, Lizard. I very boldly was going through the Pokemon Center website today. Always a dangerous thing to do. One's wallet is never safe. So many cool things, aren't there? So many cool things. The thing that caught my eye today was they've got these glow-in-the-dark posters. And there's a Misdreavus one. I love Misdreavus. So cool. Also, sometimes you just want to get a particular Pokemon as a plush, right? Sometimes you just suddenly have an urge, right? What merch do people have their eye on in the Pokemon Center? Oh, by the way, we've just broken 36,000. Woohoo! That's right. Approaching, well, 4.5 times over odds. You have your own ideas to pitch, Jack. So I have your voucher tickets from the EUIC Pokemon Center. Oh, cool. I'm not sure I was given the voucher tickets, you know. I messaged a friend about it who was. And yeah, it was very strange. But then I realised, you know what, this works out for the best because I already spent money in there that I didn't need to spend. And so I don't need to spend any more money that I don't need to spend. So maybe it's for the best. The 4 Ogre Ponder. All 4, Jack. Wow. What would be... I think you said before, actually, Wellspring would be your favourite one if you had to choose. Is that right? Your best friend has a Trico and requires a plush, and you're so jealous, Lizard. Yeah. That's Emerald to a T, isn't it, Lizard? Both green, both Gen 3, including, of course, the version mascot. And the green grass first partner Pokemon. And yes, it was Wellspring for you there, Jack. Teal Mask Terraform is your favourite, though, due to being kind of iconic. Yes, it certainly is. It's definitely iconic. It is the Teal Mask. How about everyone else? What other Pokemon Center merch do we have our eyes on? I mean, there are so many things. There's also the... they've got like a fossil Pokemon wall hanging. I find that really cool. I did pick up the Johto region map from the EUIC Pokemon Center, which, when I do my Pokemon Silver Dream Team quest, which is something I want to start very shortly after doing Safari Week, once we find a shiny. I want to put that right up. For Alligator, Kingdra, Espeon, Fortress. There may be Xatu and Skarmory, but then I am quite weak to Electric, so I might change one of those up. I'm not sure. But I just really like both of them, so if it's a Dream Team quest, then maybe I should just go for them. Maybe I'll go for a Gen 2 Shiny Dex at some point. It's quite a task, but also if you're just shiny hunting the Dream Teams for fun, then you sort of start on your way to completing the shiny Dex anyway, and then it becomes a task in itself, just casually to work towards. I'm also finding a lot of Miltank today. I'm finding in Emerald, so that could shine. That'd be quite a find. It would also be quite a catch if we were able to catch it. You've had to put your EOIC vouchers in a place that it would take a bit of effort to get to stop you from going broke from the Pokemon Center. We know the feeling, Jack. We know the feeling. So many tempting things. Don't trust. Yeah, you're probably just unlucky there, Jack, unfortunately, with your Twilight Masquerade pulls. Now then. Let's have another round of either-ors, shall we? Some either-or questions. Let's go a little bit further. Ooh, actually, I know what we'll do. Given that Generation 5 had quite a few Pokemon based on Pokemon that had been introduced in Generation 1, since it was kind of a soft reset for the franchise, with only new Pokemon being available pre-Elite Four, which I loved, and I would not be surprised if Generation 10 we'd see that again, so you can't find any old Pokemon until you beat the game. Let's ask for a few Generation 5 versus 1 comparisons, but you're right, Jake. First of all, Shiny Song Full Luck. Okay, here we go. Shiny Song. Let's improvise Shiny Song. Starry, starry, starry sparkles. Please come through, give me chuckles. 'Cause shinies make me oh so happy. Wow, I've really given myself a challenge here trying to rhyme something with happy. Please come soon and make it snappy. There we go. Shiny, shiny, shiny sparkles. Please come soon and give me chuckles. 'Cause shinies make me very happy. Please come soon and make him snappy. You're welcome. You're welcome, chat. Shiny, shiny, shiny sparkles. Please come... What was it? Please come through and give me chuckles. 'Cause shinies make me very happy. Please come soon and make it snappy. Okay, I'm going to sing it one more time. Hope that many times is enough. Shiny, shiny, shiny sparkles, please come through and give me chuckles. Shinies make me very happy. Please come soon and make it snappy. There we go. Hope that appeased you, Teresa. You promised we'd find a shiny tonight. If you haven't seen that silly little video I made earlier, then you can find it on my socials. Yes, your brain will be like, it's discounted, it's fine. I know, Jack, I know. Discounts are powerful things. You've tuned in when the streams devolve into Shinery Nursery Rhymes Toasted. You certainly have. That's an excellent use of devolve. Very appropriate, of course, given we're playing Pokemon with Evolution. Yeah, this became a thing yesterday, singing a song for Shiny Luck. Or improvising a song for Shiny Luck. And we'll have to see if it works. But welcome, Toasted. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining tonight. How are you doing? And what have you got planned this weekend? I hope you have some nice things in the diary. Right, now let's go back to the question I was about to pose, and that is comparing Generation 5 and Generation 1. Sort of equivalent Pokemon. And since Damien posted Timber in chat, let's ask, Machop or Timber? Machop or Timber? For me, it would be Machop. Found an entirely random shiny Machop in my playthrough of Shining Pearl before the very first gym. Became a staple of my team. Very exciting moment. Machop has obviously been a bit special to me after that point. 36111. Encounters. Your eyes are set on a giant's feel. I know the one. I know the one, Lizard. It's very tempting, Sfeel. It's Felia's. Sorry. Terrible joke. Machop for you, Jack. And yeah, it was very cool, Damien. Very cool. That random shiny Machop. Yes, I'm very well, thanks. Nightmare trying to find a place that's not booked up for the Euros finals. And yes. Absolutely. As in, like a bar or a restaurant, Damien. I mean, Toasted. Do you mean? Yeah, it's also, of course, the Wimbledon men's singles final on Sunday. The women's being the day before on the Saturday. But yeah, Machop or Timber, everyone. Machop or Timber. And we move on. Now here's an interesting one. Electrode or Amoonguss? Electrode or Amoonguss? They are both, of course, designed to look like Pokeballs. That's the role they both fulfill in their respective generations. Electrode or Amoonguss? I think I have to say Amoonguss here. Competitively, it's just one of the best Pokemon. I have a shiny in Scarlet, an entirely random shiny. I'm just going through that bamboo forest area in Scarlet. And found a random Amoonguss surrounded by... a random shiny Amoonguss surrounded by regular Fungus. It's a cool shiny as well. I also just don't have that much attachment to Electrode. I think it's cool, but... yeah. Amoonguss, if you're the one using it, Jack, that's a good answer. That's a very good answer. Voltorb knocked out your Magikarp in Jump, so Amoonguss. Fair enough. Pesky Voltorb. Someone else is using Electrode, yeah, fair enough. Set up manual electric terrain so you can't go to sleep. Let me go from there. Bar Pub Outdoor Terrace, fair enough. The nice spots are gone. You like to find somewhere you won't get beer chucked over you. Yeah, we'd all like that, wouldn't we, Toasted? We'd busy night out. Ideally not get beer chucked over us. Hope we can find somewhere. Okay, next up. Actually, this isn't Gen 5, Gen 1 comparison, but let's keep this one to just Gen 5. Gothitelle or Reuniclus? Gothitelle or Reuniclus? For me, I realise Gothitelle is great competitively with its Shadow Tag ability, but I just prefer Reuniclus. I prefer the design. I had Pokemon White, and Reuniclus was a Pokemon White exclusive. I think it's a great idea for a Pokemon. So yeah, Gothitelle or... Gothitelle or Reuniclus. Reuniclus for you, Ashcarp. It's Friend Shapes. And hello, welcome to the chat, Ash. Very good to see you. Once again, I now have the chance to say in person, or at least in voice. Thank you so much for that GIF you made. It was so great. It's very cute. I love it. I love it. I think you've really captured the likeness, I've got to say, which is very, very impressive. And I'm looking forward to sharing that very soon. Thank you for your blessing to do that. Thanks for confirming your X handle. Yeah. I showed it to my girlfriend and she loved it as well. So thank you. It was a lovely idea. How was your Friday been, Ashcarp? Also, I'm wondering... So I realise Ash is your name. Why Carp? Are you a big Magikarp fan? Is that why... Is that why you've combined those two names? Yeah, it was a lovely thing to work on. I don't really know how you did it. So did you sketch it? And then rub out bits... And then, for example, draw the arms going up with the binoculars. Because I'm entirely new to how to make GIFs. I really yeah, don't know how you did it. If you want to see the GIF that Ash made, I mean, I'll be posting it tomorrow, but also you can see it in the Discord community. It's very cool. Reuniclus for you as well, Jack. Reuniclus for you, Lizard. Okay. Any votes for Gothitelle here? Cantonian or Hisuian Electrode. I do like Hisuian Electrode, you know. Grass and Electric type. The move Chloroblast is so cool. I might say that. Shiny Hisuian Electrode. In a Pokeball. Just have to find another one then. There's a lizard. Yeah, the Hisuian Voltorb outbreak was very cool in Scarlet and Violet back for Pokemon Day. It is indeed Magikarp, but it isn't one of your favourites. It was an in-joke. You assigned yourselves Pokemon, you picked a goofy little fella. Yeah, fair enough. Ashcarp, love it. It's a good name. It's a good online name. You're doing the Splatfest tomorrow in Splatoon 3. Yes, I remember you saying, Damien, good luck for that. I'm very unfamiliar with Splatoon, so what happens in a Splatfest? Are there sort of increased odds, or is it just a sort of big battle royale? What happens in a Splatfest? GIF. Base sketch with arms drawn separately. Took photos and used your art program to digitally put them together. Oh, cool. Takes a while, but it comes out so nicely. Well, I so appreciate the time you put into it, Ash. It's very, very cool, as I said. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed working on it as much as I enjoyed seeing it, because I love it. So thank you. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to sharing it with everyone online as well. You prefer Sui and Electrode, Jack. Now have a Magikarp plush collection, and several people call their carps Ash. So, yeah, the branding has worked. But previously not scary. Yeah, true. Nice to be associated with a friend-shaped Pokemon like Magikarp. Yeah, very solid branding for you there, Ashcarp. Good show Magikarp some love as well. I really love, actually, how Magikarp is rendered as a plush, as well as Feebas. I think they're both really good plush. Maybe I'll have to invest in those at some point. A reminder that small things become mighty, and are mighty. I myself being relatively short. Hello everyone. If you're just joining, thanks so much for being here. Here we are on a Friday night. Still in the Safari Zone on day 19. With no luck as of yet. Well, luck in terms of having such wonderful people to hang out with. Not so much in terms of the Shinies. Haven't already, please do like the stream. All of these things are really, really helpful. Subscribe as well. So that I can continue to provide entertainment like this for you all. And I really enjoy doing it, so it would mean a lot if you could. Got my podcast link below as well, Chazingdra Chats. We take a stroll through the life stories of people in the Pokemon community, discovering the 6 Pokemon on their dream team along the way. This week's episode is with trading card gamecaster Freya Pierce. We've got episodes with Matt Absol Blogs Pokemon, Quick Panic, Justin Tang, 2-time regional champion on the VG scene, Spraggles from Pokemon Unite. Plenty more in the works as well. Been liaising with some future guests today, actually. Looking forward to revealing who they are. So do go and check that out. I've got event vlogs from the events that I commentate because I am a caster for Pokemon. Love doing that. Got all my socials linked below. Got the Discord community link below. Got my Patreon link below. If you'd like to support me as a creator, all of these things go a long way. So any and all of those things hugely appreciated. But for now, just thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Hopefully you're bringing the shiny luck. Because this Chansey here, Teresa, yeah, she promised me that we'd find a shiny tonight. So let's hope it happens soon. Let's have a close eye on those Kangaskhan in case they're shiny. Let me get back to the chat here. Pick a team and try to win as many games as possible. Sounds fun. Splatfest. Comes down to most votes, clout, and tricolour. Okay. I don't really know what those terms mean, as not a Splatoon player myself, but yeah, sounds intriguing. I've watched people play Splatoon before. What a great name for the game as well. It's got that sort of that rigorous element with Platoon, but then Splatoon, and then Toon, of course, cartoony. Yeah. Very satisfying name. It's like a satisfying game to play too. Should take a photo of the little carp collection tomorrow. Do, Ashcarp, would love to see that. Yes. Yes, various people have been posting their plush collections, so yeah. Please do. What's up, Ace? Pleasure to see you. How are you doing? No pizza on the beach for you tonight? Or are you doing that again? Maybe you're just chilling at home tonight on this fine Friday evening. How's your day been, Ace? And what have you got going on this weekend? Pleasure to see you. Hopefully you're bringing the shiny luck. My shirt makes Rhyhorn look shiny. Yeah, it would do. Yeah, that really is bright orange, isn't it? I like wearing bright colours for the purposes of this stream, but yes, I can see how it distorts the colours on screen. It's a shame. I need to put, I don't know, something dark here so that the glare is less harsh, I think. Tricolour. Attacker or player defender? Sounds fun. And you're just chilling at home a little nice. Very nice, Ace. Yeah, kick back. Doing the Pikachu event right now. The Terror Raid or the Outbreak. Still need to get my Alolan Raichu. Might do that after the stream, I'll see. So if you're an attacker, you and your teammate and another team of two to get the two objectives in the middle. The other attackers will be trying to get there as well. Sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Splatoon, yeah. I love anything about colour, too. I saw that there's a Sonic game called Colour. Or Colours. And that immediately appealed to me, even though I've barely played Sonic before. We've had a pretty average day, Ace. Well, we'll take average over a bad day. Thanks for asking, Ace. I'm doing very well, thanks. Enjoying hanging out with everyone as usual. Today I was filming another little Safari skit to advertise the stream tonight. I was creating a data post for Chazingdra Chats, breaking down the podcast, breaking down threads between common types that people choose, how many first partner Pokemon there are, how many legendaries there are, for example, based on the first 10 guests. I'm looking forward to sharing that analysis with you all, hopefully this coming week. Just coming up with a picture with the guest's face, guest faces, as well as the pictures of the 6 Pokemon on their team, and marking which one is the partner. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, so looking forward to showing just how deep you can take the show, really. Just how much there is to it. Looking into computers. My birthday coming up soon. I really love a proper computer. Very helpful for all the content creating and the streaming that I'd like to do and am doing. Because the laptop that I'm using right now to stream, it's quite full. It's causing more delays than it's worth, but causing more delays than it should. We'll put it that way. But it's been holding up admirably. Thank you so much, computer, laptop, MacBook, for your service thus far. I realise I'm asking a lot of you, and have been since launching into content creation in mid-April. So, I appreciate it. That's words for my MacBook there. I'm glad you're all here to witness that. Four defenders are trying to stop you and the other team. Yes, makes sense, Damien. Sounds really good. Sounds very interactive and high octane. Even though my money's on finding a shiny Chansey tonight. Based on filming the video with Teresa the Chansey here earlier. We have barely found any in the leaf green where it can appear in this area. Could still shine. Going to do the Pikachu event soon. I want to get Shiny Alolan Raichu at the maximum size I can spawn at so I can get the Jumbo mark. That's fun. That's a fun idea. Yeah, I'd like to do more mark hunting, I think. Also, there are so many marks. I'm always seeing new ones in-game. Very exciting. Thinking about the ones there are to discover. That's a cool idea, Race. Cool idea. You just saw Tatsugiri order up. You need it. So do you mean the on the Pokemon Center website? Lizard. That plush they have with the Tatsugiri laid out to be served. Very cool idea, that. Very cool. Right, let's get some more either-or questions going. Let's resume with our Gen 5 versus 1 questions, because of course Generation 5 sort of remade some Generation 1 Pokemon, so to speak. You have versions of them. Because it was sort of a soft reset for the franchise. And let's appropriately start with Audino or Chansey. Audino or Chansey. It's gotta be Chansey for me. Audino's very cool. And I love how much experience you get whenever you find that rustling patch of grass. But yeah, I'm going to stick with the classic Chansey. The memories of finding it, potentially failing it in the Safari Zone. I haven't jinxed it now by saying that. Just such an exciting find. Yes, you do mean that plush lizard is cool, isn't it? Audino is Gen 5, yes. Audino is Gen 5. Plans for the weekend, Ace. I am, well, not going to stream tomorrow, just so we're all aware. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but potentially Sunday. I'll be going up against the football, the Euros, but we'll see. I might do. But I'll be getting some work done tomorrow, maybe editing my Bologna vlog, continuing to do that, because I was commentating in Bologna at the start of June for a Pokemon event. So that video will be out relatively soon, I hope, for you all to enjoy. And then going out for lunch with my girlfriend, spend the weekend with my girlfriend, but then on Sunday for lunch going out with some people I haven't seen for 10 years, actually. So that'll be exciting, as well, of course, as the Wimbledon men's finals and men's singles finals and the Euro finals too. So yeah, lots ahead. Thanks so much for asking, Ace. Mega Audino for you, Victor. Yes, fair enough. Mega Audino won a trading card game tournament as well, right? That came from nowhere. I believe I saw one of the Pokemon sort of spotlight videos on that in a break, in a few of the breaks in the stream. Audino for you, Ace. You just like the design more. Fair enough. Chance of you, Jake. You gotta go, Little Lizard. Well, thanks so much for hanging out. Lovely to meet you. Pleasure to have you in the stream. Thank you again for your kind words earlier. Again, my Discord community is linked below, so it will be a pleasure to see you there as well. Hope to see you on a future stream, and enjoy your weekend. Have a very merry rest of your day. Thanks, Little Lizard. You especially love Audino's shiny. Oh yeah, it's a cool shiny, isn't it? That purple. Nice. I do love Chansey's shiny as well, though. That lucky green. Hello, Link. Welcome back. Good to see you back here after last night. How are you doing? How's your Friday been? Seems like your guess was way off, Pete. Remind me what your guess was, but welcome back, Pete. Very good of you to stop by. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're still going. Still going. Teresa promised us a shiny earlier. Teresa, my chancey here. Still don't have it. But it could still happen tonight. Definitely. Could happen at any time. Happy Fridays, Ben. What have you all got going on this weekend? We've been talking about... There are some Pokemon that in Generation 5 that seem to be sort of remade versions of Pokemon from Generation 1. Like the Machop line and the Timburr line, right? Just thinking of the film director Tim Burton and Tim Burton. So I've been thinking about which we prefer. And like I just asked about Chansey and Ordino. So let's get another one of those going. Patrat or Rattata? Patrat or Rattata? Your Switch is currently charging, so you can hunt Shiny Alpha. Or a Shalfa. I like that abbreviated term. To distract yourself from approaching raid number 250 on Uxie. Yeah, good. You need to take breaks. Important to take breaks. Not taking my own advice there, because I've been at now day 19 of Safari Week, but I will be taking a break tomorrow at least. There won't be a stream tomorrow. So, all the better if we find it today. 35,000. Been looking the entire time because I wanted to be here when a shiny showed up. Oh, well. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate you putting in that shift, lurking. Patrat for you, Pete. Patrat for you. Watchog, yeah, definitely a menace. Patrat, great shiny, ace. So a lot of votes for Patrat though. For me, I'll stick with Rattata and Raticate. I'll stick with the classics. Now, Pidove or Pidgey? Pidove or Pidgey? It's got to be Pidgey for me. I think I've got to stick with the classic for that one. Plus, Let's Go Eevee, my playthrough of that. Viridian Forest. Just had to check that for shininess, but it's not. In Viridian Forest, random shiny Pidgey appeared. You always think about, what if I get a shiny early on in the game? And yeah, that happened. Yeah. Pidgey for you, Pete, makes sense. Also happened, as I was saying earlier, with the random shiny Machop I found in Shining Pearl. Before the first gym, even. Love getting a shiny early on in the game, use it for the playthrough. Really adds to how special the team is. What about everyone else? Pidgey or Pidove? The whole line, I mean. Pidgey or Pidove. It's cool how Unpheasant has the different male and female versions. I think the first Dynamax Den I ever did in Pokemon Shield was a Pidove. Seem to never get full Oz Wild Shinies. Yeah, sometimes it just... At some point you will, Pete. At some point you will. It's a great moment. Pidgeotto Ash, you don't have strong opinions either way. You're choosing Pick-a-Peck. Of course you are, a Alolan Ace. Pick-a-Peck is a very cute Pokemon. And Toucannon is a great basis for a Pokemon, I think. Okay, let's have another. Haha. Sork and Throw or Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee? Sork and Throw or Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee? It's got to be the Hitmons for me. I think for me, Sork and Throw just look a little bit too much like they're wearing clothes, and that just doesn't really sit right with me. Also, of course, the nostalgia of Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. And, you know, cool designs in their own right, Sork and Throw, but yeah, for me it's Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. And you would go for Starly. Fair enough, Pete, yeah, of any of the Gen 1 birds. I've asked that question before, but we can ask it again. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee for you, Pete. Bert and Ernie, Ash. Sork and Throw, yeah, I love that. There is a resemblance there, isn't there? Hadn't thought about that before. How come, oh, wow. Doubling up on that joke there, Ace and Ash. Your names complement each other as well. Roll off the tongue. Ace and Ash. How come Sork and Throw for you, Ace and Ash? And let me think of another. Oh yeah, okay. Roggenrola or Geodude? The line. Roggenrola or Geodude? Like that they weren't gift exclusive. Pain to go up against. I see, yeah, fair enough. So, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, you can only choose one. It's gift exclusive. Sork and Throw you can find in the wild. Fair enough. Thought they're a pain to go up against. I know what you mean, yeah. I'm doing a Generation 6 playthrough right now, and yeah, a Sork was tearing through my team at one point. Maybe that's just a sign that I need more fighting coverage, but yeah. Their designs have more character. Oh, that's interesting, Ace. I feel like Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee do have quite a lot of character. But yeah, interesting point. Now, Roggenrola line or Geodude line. Roggenrola's very cool. I think Geodude is very cool as well. But for me, I do like, in Generation 1, that I believe no trainer at all has Golem on their team. So the only way to legitimately have it in the Pokedex is by having it yourself. Trading. And I love that sort of mystique around it for that reason. But yeah, I'm going to go Gigalith. I'm going to go the Roggenrola line. I think Roggenrola is a great name for a Pokemon. B, the Shinies amazing for that whole line. I love anything turquoise, as you know. Plus, I had a Gigalith on my Pokemon White playthrough team. I did have a friend to trade with when I was playing through that game, so yeah, that helped a lot. Because that was fairly new for me, I haven't really been able to trade in Pokemon too much before that. That was just very exciting. Also, I just think Gigalith's a really cool design. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Roggenrola line. But I do want to shiny hunt Geodude in Fire Red Leaf Green one day, maybe. Maybe for a Dream Team quest? I'll have to see. Ugh. Rock and roller for you, Pete. Ace, you're choosing option 3. Knackley. Knackley's very cool. I love the incorporation of the formula for sodium chloride in the name as well. NaCl. Yeah, big fan of Knackley. Knackle Stack, Garganackle. Great naming throughout that line. Raid number 249, then you'll take a break. Good for you. Good for you, Link. Good luck for it. You can do it. I love sharing what we're doing in the respective games we're playing during stream. Feels like we're all helping each other out. Rock and Roller, have I seen the shiny? I certainly have, Ash. It's great. Really good shiny. I do like Geodudes as well. Golden Boulder. Golder, so to speak. About 4 more rays for you, Link. Minecraft block. Have on your Scarlet team. I see, yes. Another shout out from Knackley there. Alright, now... what else have we got? Let's stick to Generation 5 for this one. Lilligant or Whimsicott? Lilligant or Whimsicott? It's Lilligant for me, even though Whimsicott is great in competitive Pokemon. Generation 5, speaking of which, 36,555 encounters right now, so many 5s. Once I've beaten that, I was looking into how to play in a more competitive way. And just very simple things that sort of pave the way for that. Like, Lilligant can have Own Tempo as an ability. Of course, it can also learn Petal Dance. Petal Dance confuses you after a few turns. But when you have Own Tempo, you don't get confused. And I think that was kind of... yeah, that was... my sort of first taste of, oh, this is what sort of synergy is. Right? And that set me off on a whole adventure of working out optimal movesets and so on for Pokemon based on their abilities and so on. So yeah, fond memories of Lilligant and it paving the way for me back in Generation 5. How about you guys? Whimsicott for you, Jake. Lilligant for you, Pete. Nice. How about anyone else? Lilligant or Whimsicott? Then, of course, it evolves beyond that with Lilligant Torkoal, for example, in doubles. Torkoal sets up the sun with Drought. It's a very slow Pokemon. Lilligant gets faster in the sun thanks to Chlorophyll. Uses After You, which means that Torkoal acts as fast as Lilligant would act. Fast Eruption when you're still at full HP. That's, you know, the synergy can really... there's... oh, didn't mean to throw a ball. Can really Run as deep as you want it to. We caught that random Raticate, so there's that. Anyway. Lilligant for you, Ace. Another Pokemon with an amazing shiny. Yes. Certainly is. Whimsicott shiny is great as well. Now, yeah, let's ask Jake's question here. Finneon or Goldeen? Finneon for me. Originally, I wasn't a massive fan of the Finneon line. But now I am. I don't really know what changed, but I think the idea of neon tropical fish is really cool. Lumineon gets a great moveset as well. I like the shiny too. I've never done a playthrough with Lumineon on my team, and I'd like to do that. What do you all think? Lumineon, well, the Finneon line or the Goldeen line? Also, just take a moment for 36,600. And no shiny. In fact, okay, so 4 times overodds was 32,756, I want to say. So that plus 4,096, 36,700 and... Yeah, so we'll reach 4.5 times odds tonight. 4.5 times odds, goodness. As I was saying earlier, I was watching a Safari Week compilation video from someone who was doing Safari Week for the very first time this year. And their luck was absolutely insane. Oh, goodness. It was... They found Shiny Wobbuffet in Emerald, Safari Zone. Caught it, eventually. Shiny Miltank, Emerald Safari Zone. Caught it. 2 Shiny Oddish were caught. Shiny Teddiursa, Shiny Cubone and Soul Silver, and Shiny Doduo. I think that was everything. But how... There are a couple of fails in there as well, but also all within Safari Week itself. Absolutely unbelievable. I can only dream of that luck. So far, it seems like my Safari Week luck is pretty dire. Not just this year, but then last year, when I was doing Safari Week just by myself, not streaming, I found a shiny Nidorino, speaking of which one appeared, and a shiny Venonat, speaking of which one's appeared right now. Not the shiny versions. That would have been insane if both had appeared at the same time after last year. Anyway, they were both fails, even the Venonat, which should have been a relatively easy capture. And this year we go to 36, more than 36,000 encounters. So yeah, my shiny luck for Safari Week definitely needs a reboot, I think. We can still find 2 tonight, though, you know. It's just, you can never tell. Goldeen is an icon for you, Jake. Yeah. Horned fish. I'd like to do a playthrough with Goldeen Sea King as well. Because I've never really used them. You could not keep this up as long as you have, as I have. I have your respect. Well, thanks so much, Pete. I think you could keep it up, and you kind of are keeping it up, right? With your, You are shiny hunting Rowlet, right? And those are, as we were saying yesterday, those are very slow encounters. So yeah, don't do yourself a disservice there, Pete. I think you're doing very well. Oh. But it's just, you know, it's become such a thing now. I'm in too deep to just stop. Got to get a shiny in the Safari Zone. Must pray to Arceus. It's the only way. See if it makes a difference. Dear Arceus, please bless us with a shiny this fine Friday. Day 19 of Safari Week. We're in overtime. We're nearly 4.5 times over odds. Please make a shiny happen before then. Thank you. Let's see. Just shy of 180 hours and you're in the same boat. In too deep to stop. Exactly. As I've been saying, I have so many other quests planned to stream. We gotta find a Safari shiny first. Surely. Just feels wrong to end Safari with no shiny. Hello, Burb. I know, these numbers. Yep. Especially after Chansey earlier, as if you've seen my video, you'll know, promised me a shiny tonight. 36663. Palindrome again. I've just prayed to Arceus, Luke's suggestion. So let's see if that's made a difference. Tayaki, welcome once again. Always good to see you. How's your day been, Tayaki? How's your day going? Yeah, we're going to reach 4 times, 4.5 times over odds tonight. Oh my god. Not sure if you noticed there, but I just did a double take because that Miltank, as it went across the screen, I could have sworn that silhouette was a different colour. And it was going to be a shiny. Oof. Oof. That would have been so hype. But yes, we're at the point where I'm starting to see shinies where there aren't any, unfortunately. We'll do the Pokerus check at the end of the stream as well, as always. We'll be finishing tonight's stream a bit earlier than last night, I think. Probably 11:15 at the latest, maybe a bit earlier. So let's hope a shiny comes soon. Well, I'm glad you had a good chuckle when the video came out, Pete. Yes, I saw your comment. Yeah, it's very silly, as always. Glad you enjoyed it. I really enjoy making them. I wrote a one-man show last year that I was performing at the Edinburgh Fringe. Big performance festival here in the UK. I've always enjoyed writing little comedy skits. I've written spoofs of Fleabag and James Bond, Love Island, Midsummer Murders, if anyone's familiar with that. So it's nice to be able to channel that creativity again. First time playing Ultra Moon, cool. Enjoy that, Pete. Yes, with your Rowlet resets. Hope they fly by. I'd like to play through Ultra Moon again soon as well. Maybe I won't do a full hunt for a first partner Pokemon. But maybe I'll just do 20 resets and see if we get a shiny in that time. Because why not? But then once you start down that road, maybe just keep going until it's shiny, I don't know. Have I tried pressing the buttons harder? You know what? I'm going to give that a go right now, Burb. Yeah, maybe that will make the difference. How are you doing, Burb? You've passed 34k and I'm keeping you motivated. Good. Well, all of you guys are keeping me motivated in chat. You really do make the time go so swiftly and enjoyably. So thank you so much. 36,700 on that note. And if you haven't already, please do like the stream if you're enjoying it. and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks, everyone. Would mean a huge amount. You wanted Lytton last year. Wow, Ace. Yeah, not for the faint of heart at all. How long did it take you to get Lytton, Ace? Might give Pete a little bit of hope. At this point, you're also thinking Safari Week is not for the faint of heart either. Yeah. Then again, as I said, that guy who was doing their very first Safari Week earlier had so much luck. Like 10 shinies, around 10, and about 7 captures. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So yeah, sometimes just the cards don't fall your way. Also, loving this jaunty angle of my safari hat. You gotta know, Ash. Here we go. I'm gonna read the rest of your comment right now. I've run away from these. How did I make a parody of Midsummer Murders? That show is already really upset. Well, Ash. Basically, it was running with this idea that no one just dies in Midsummer. People have to be murdered. And it was about... I was playing the main detective, and he was going crazy saying... coming up with all these theories as to why someone... how someone has been murdered when actually they've just died of natural causes. But then it turns out he's right. That was sort of the theme of that, Ace, or Ash. It was a lot of fun. I think it was about 3 months of real-time Ace, maybe 300-ish hours of in-game time, 4,200-ish resets. That's not too bad, is it? That's about odds for Generation 7 Ace. So, yeah. Must have felt so good when that lit and shined. You must have been over the moon, Ace. Day's going well, Taki. Still recovering from a flu. Oh no! Glad you're starting to feel better today. Let's hope that continues this weekend, Taki. Very sorry to hear that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to perform, Ash, yeah. I agree with you, it's a totally absurd show, and of course that's why everyone loves it. But just had to have a spoof made of it. And you're right, it's, yeah, it is already so absurd. It would be a lot of fun to act in Midsummer Murders, I think, for that reason, just have a lot of fun with it. Most rewarding shiny hunt you've ever done. Yeah, not surprised, Ace, not surprised. Just past day 66 and 4,600 yourself, so Brent Arceus said it comes soon. Yeah, well, based on Ace's odds, hopefully. If anyone else wants to chuck in the chat the most rewarding shiny hunts they've ever done, do. I'd be interested to hear. I've also just had the thought that this album that I'm listening to from Stream Beats, the music I'd have heard the most, all of a sudden, like in my Spotify analytics, will spike with this album. It'll start coming up on blends and all sorts. I have no doubt. Most rewarding shiny hunt I've ever done. I'm still relatively early on in my shiny hunting career. Don't know about rewarding, but certainly one that I was thrilled with was Seviper and Sapphire, which can go on for ages. I got it first phase. I was doing a repel trick and it was for my Sapphire Dream Team quest. So I think that's probably the coolest find I have so far, which, you know, might not be much, but I'll take it for now. I also was just casually resetting for a shiny starter, shiny first partner on Heart Gold. And got Totodile from that about 2 weeks in. Which again, not necessarily rewarding, but got it while watching Quick Panic's video about his Heart Gold Shiny Badge Quest compilation where he'd also got Shiny Totodile. So I just felt like fate, and makes me think I should be doing a Shiny Badge Quest on that file. Yeah, it was just one of those fun coincidences. You'd like to do another Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon starter hunt sometime. First partner hunt sometime. Probably going to be Rowlet. Already got a full odds Poplio. Oh, eggs. Nice. Yeah, complete that trio. It's very nice. This is coming off now. A little bit warm. Your most rewarding was a race you did against your brother. Got a shiny Magikarp that you ended up calling In Your Face. Sitting at home where it will stay forever. Nice that you did a race against your brother for that. That's a great bonding thing to do. And In Your Face, very mature nickname. Having beaten your brother to it. Now, let's have another quick fire either or. Since it's just appeared, and we're on that Generation 5 versus 1 theme, Tauros or Bouffalont? Bouffalon. Tauros or Bouffalon? Bouffalon is so funny. Big Bouffon Pokemon. But I think it's Tauros for me. Go with the classic. Also, one of those Pokemon that you can only get very late in the game. So I'd love to do some kind of playthrough where I have Tauros for most of the game time. Most of the playthrough. And what a find it would be shiny as well in the Safari Zone. Oops. It was nice for you because you won, of course, Pete. He was not happy. Well, you can't be too unhappy about that, right? The odds are entirely out of your hands. Bouffalon for you, Ace. Yeah, funny guy. Tauros, but it's close for you, Pete. Totally get that. Both great designs. Bouffalon for you, Ash. Paldean Tauros really neat. Yes, I love Paldean Tauros. One of my favourite regional forms, I think. So simple, but so effective. I remember the opening to Pokemon Scarlet Violet. The camera sort of zooming around, it introduces some new Pokemon. Seeing Paldean Tauros for the first time, I was like, that's so cool. Definitely want to get one of those. And the fact that you've got the Aqua Breed, the Blaze Breed. ABC. Aqua Breed, Blaze Breed, and Combat Breed. Really nice touch. Fire Reds run out of steps. Tragedy. Bit of steps for you. Another throwback to that 90s pop band. Okay, now next. What other Gen 5, Gen 1 sort of equivalent Pokemon are there? We've already done Electrodomungus for the Pokeball design. We've done the Timberline versus the Machop line. Sure there are loads I'm forgetting. I haven't brushed up on Generation 5 for a little while. 483 left. Okay, so we did that one more efficiently somehow. Thought 481 left was the most efficient we could get, but clearly I'm wrong. Alright. Dratini or Dino? Sure, yeah, sure, Ash, good one. Dratini or Dino? It's Dratini for me. Got my Dratini back here, Horace. How you doing, Horace? Yeah, nice. I love the way Dratini comes out as a plush. It's a very good one. I do love how Hydreigon, or Zweilous, evolves into Hydreigon at level 64. It's a real task. So I love how difficult they made that, but yeah, I think that Gen 1 Dratini line will always hold too special a place for me to be replaced for this particular question. Definitely want a shiny hunt Dratini in Fire Red Leaf Green at some point. Maybe in Gold and Silver as well. Dino for you, Ace. Nice. Dark Dragon is a cool combination as well. Shiny Dino in Gen 5 would be quite the find. But again, you only find it in Victory Road in black and white, so unlikely to use it on your Elite Four team. Which I kind of love as well. Because then there will be people who are like, oh, you've set me that challenge and now I want to. So I spent ages leveling it up, getting the Hydreigon, and then going to the Elite Four. I loved how Victory Road worked in Generation 5. How you go inside the caves, but then back out, and you're walking along the cliff edge. It was a cool way of doing Victory Road. Both really close, but Dino wins by a hair, Ash. Interesting, interesting. Thought we'd get more votes for Dratini here. Anyone else? Dratini or Dino? We're entering the end game of the stream, everyone. We're going to get up to 37,000 at least. In fact, what is 4.5 times over odds? It's around that. Please could someone work out what 4.5 times over odds would be. Someone who has a calculator or a phone to hand. Because what would it be? 4 times... 4 times 8192 plus 1496. Someone do that for me? I'd really appreciate it. So we know when we've reached 4.5 times odds. Hydreigon swept your team in the Getsus battle. You respect that dragon. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, Getsus as well. What an interesting villain. Yeah, and I remember, like, I can't remember if it was Getsus who used the this Pokemon or not. If it was someone else. But I remember a Cofagrigus that would use Toxic and then Protect. That was another little introduction to sort of competitive strategies. Very, very, you know, relatively basic. But everyone's introduction has to come from somewhere. Yeah. Love how Gen 5 sort of notched up that competitive side of things a little bit. Dratini Futaki, yes, of course. Little Noodle Guy. 39864, 4.5 times over odds. Is it really? That seems a bit high, Jake. Because 4 times over odds was like 32,756, I want to say. And if that's the case, then 4.5 times over odds would be, add 4,096 to that, so that would be 36,000. It's in the 37,000s. Oh, maybe actually that's way higher than I can achieve tonight. Anyone who has access to a calculator and can do that. 4 times 8192 plus 1496, that would be 36864, Jake. Yes. That makes more sense. Oh, right. So we've already passed that. We are officially past 4.5 times over odds, everyone. Thank you, Ace. And yes, thank you for clarifying, Jake. Thought that might have been a typo. Yeah, well. You flipped the 9, yeah, exactly. Fine, so we're more than 4.5 times over odds. We'll be getting up to 37,000 at least. We'll also be checking for Pokerus, as we always do. So if a Shiny's coming, it's got to be in the next 100 or so. Oh. Would help if I was actually doing the bunny hopping in Emerald, wouldn't it? This is the great thing about shiny hunting. It can happen at any time, right? So it might have actually benefited us, not even necessarily just on this encounter, but on future encounters, to have not been bunny hopping for as long as we possibly could. It's all about hitting that right time. Alrighty. Oop. I look back to that Safari week last year where I found the shiny Nidorino and shiny Venonat and think, how? What even are shinies? You know? At this point, nearly 37,000 encounters. I haven't seen Gen 3 shiny sparkles for approaching a year now. I've never had a random encounter shiny in Heart Gold or Soul Silver. So, big moment either way. You have to go to sleep. Of course, Pete, you go and sleep. I mean, we'll only be streaming for another 5 minutes or so anyway, but you sleep well, Pete. Thank you so much for joining. A pleasure to see you again after last night. Have a great weekend. 36939. Nice, slightly reflective number there. Hopefully see you on a future stream. Won't be tomorrow, but might be Sunday. I'll keep you posted. Possibly Monday. Have a fantastic weekend, my friend, and thank you, as always, for joining. Sleep well. Have a very merry rest of your day. Here we go. Ledibur or Spinarak, everyone. You know I love Ledibur. You know that's my target here in Emeralds. I want Ledian to be shown the same love that Ariados is sometimes, you know. Ariados and Spinarak in Kitakami. Ledian's not. I also love how few trainers use Ledibur and Ledian in Generation 2. Of course, Koga has an Ariados on their Elite 14. But yeah, you don't see a Ledian being used at such a high level. Access to light screen and reflect as well is pretty great. Can't necessarily deal out as much damage, but then with Iron Fist, there's a hidden ability from that time onwards. I certainly can. Partly why I want to do a solo run of Shining Pearl with All Brilliant Diamond with Ledian. See it. Achieve those great heights. People don't tend to think possible for it. Spinarak, yeah, Spinarak Shiny is amazing. Really good Shiny. I mean, again, I love Ledibur and Ledians as well, but very cool one. You've been a lurker while doing the Pikachu 7-star raid, and how's that raid gone for you? Sabrina, have you got it? I hope you have. Have you got a shiny Alolan Raichu yet? I'll probably be doing some Alolan Raichu hunting after this stream, actually. Just a little bit before bed. Terry, oh, you did do it, of course. Little Torterra. Or is it still a Turtwig? Being the MVP. Good to hear. Thank you very much, Sabrina, for the shiny luck. Let's see if it comes to fruition. Hope to see more Ledian love next gen. Totally agree with you, Taki. Totally agree with you. Maybe it'll even get a Mega Evolution. Maybe Ariados will as well. When we have Mega Beedrill, we have Gigantamax Butterfree. Of course, Ledian, Ariados, Spinarak, Ledibur are the equivalents in Generation 2. To a certain extent, actually. They're not 3-stage like in Generation 1, but yeah. Alright. Here we go. There. Out of all the bugs in Pokemon, Ledian deserves the Mega the most. Quite possibly. Quite possibly, Jay. It's a big claim, and I totally see where you're coming from. It'd be very interesting to see if it were to get a Mega and what form that would take. I feel like it would trade more. It's interesting because Ledian is kind of alien-based. Or so I believe, or so I've read. But then you've got Orbeetle, which is literally a UFO, and Blipbug is a mad scientist. And so they love the Ladybird alien kind of theme, it seems. Alright, do we have a shiny? Licky Tongue, Nidoran, Teddy Ursa? No. No shiny. No shiny. We're going to do 4 more. Are we going to have a very last minute surprise? Very last minute surprise. Nidorina. Rattata. Pineco. No. 37,007, 37007, James Bond. Coming in right now. James Bond. Also, I said at 36,900 and... no, 36,907 in the next 100 or so encounters. We've done exactly 100 now. More. And still no shiny. Design really begs to be explored just a bit further. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jake, with Lydian. Let's check for Pokerus, shall we? Let's check for Pokerus, which we've already got on Emerald. Wonder if we'll achieve that on any of the other games too.
Still need to double check where the Pokerus symbol appears actually on Fire Red Leaf Green. But it seems like we haven't here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Okay, so no Pokerus there. What about here on Fire Red?
Nope. Doesn't look like it on Fire Red.
What about Soul Silver? Come on, Soul Silver. Bring it home. It's coming home. It's coming. No, it's not. Pokerus is not coming home. Hey, Lydian, there we go. Loved using that on my Soul Silver playthrough. Trying to make it work. And you know what? It has put in some work for this Soul Silver playthrough. What moves has it got? Oh, it's down here. Silver Wind, Bug Buzz, Mach Punch, and Aerial Ace. Had Light Scream Reflect, ultimately had to replace those. And no. I will, even though we know we've got it in Emerald, there's no point, just for completion's sake, I will just show you all again. There you go, Staryu, Pokerus, Kyogre Pokerus, Regirock Pokerus, Rayquaza Pokerus, Regice Pokerus. Amazing to see that. Well, there you go. Chansey, Teresa, you lied. You lied to us. No shiny tonight. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, don't blame me too much, mate. No, I will blame you. I will blame you. You said we were going to get it tonight. Sorry, mate. Well, let's see. Let's see if you do come through at some point. Anyway, everyone, thanks so much for hanging out with me during my slow descent into madness in the Safari Zone. As I say, you really do all make the encounters fly by and provide so much fun, so thanks everyone. Always appreciate you being here. If you want to keep hanging out off stream, got the Discord community link below. Would be a pleasure to see you in there. I've got my social link below as well. I've got my Patreon if you want to support me as a creator and a streamer, etc. If you haven't liked the stream already, then please do. Really does help out a huge amount. Drop a subscribe if you haven't already as well. So much more content on the channel. Chazingdra Chat's my podcast. Talking to people in the Pokemon community, discovering the 6 Pokemon on their dream team along the way. Always an insightful listen, I hope. Event vlogs that I cast as well and do a travel vlog for. There on the channel. In terms of next stream, it won't be tomorrow. It might be Sunday. Possibly more likely on Monday. But, yeah. Keep an eye on my socials. Because, you know, we've got the Euros finals on Sunday, and... don't know if there's any point streaming during that, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we'll be doing another stream soon. Let me just catch up on these messages in chat. Ash, take it easy. You take it easy as well. Thanks for being here. Goodbye, Jake. Have a very merry rest of your day. Exactly. It's catching on. Good. Burb, chance we'll pull through soon. Let's hope so. Let's hope so, Teresa. Won't we? Eh? Yeah. Fun time as always, Ace. I'm very glad. Always fun hanging out with you. Taki, you take care too, and see you next time. So, thanks so much as always, everyone. Hope you have a very merry rest of your day. And I hope I made your day merry.